Greetings, salutations. Hold on. Let's try that again. Sorry about that. Now, greetings, salutations, good day and hi, guys and gals, and welcome back to IndyCar's 17th series. Well, today is the day. As you may see on your screen, we are going to be celebrating our 200th IndyCar race. Yes, I can't believe it. Can't believe we've lasted that long, but yeah, 200 races in nearly 5 years. Oh man, it's going to be really fun. We are going to have rounds 4 through 6 for today. Races 199, 200, and 201. Race 199 will be at Rockingham Speedway in North Carolina, not the Rockingham Motor Speedway in the UK. We're talking about the short oval in North Carolina. And then we have the big one, Race 200 in Mid-Ohio. And after that, Race 201, which will take place on another short oval, New Hampshire. We are going to have a look at the points as they currently stand. Kamala, first driver to crack the 3-digit mark, 116 points thanks to her win in Detroit. Spuchon, second place at Road Atlanta, 29 behind at 87. We have a tie in points between Bao and Yubari Ray at 79 each, but Bao currently has a tiebreaker. It's also Bao's birthday, so yeah, hopefully she's doing fine. I am aware that she's been dealing with some bad stuff these past few days. Hopefully she'll get another good result, like her race win at Pocono yesterday. And we have a tie between Doki Bird and Yuno Hanaki for 5th. But by countback, Doki Bird's second place at Detroit has her in the 5th spot. So that's her top 5 as they currently stand. And the bottom half of the standings, it's ibuprofen all around. Because look, Mint only 1 point after 3 races. Ui and Fallen Shadow also not doing so hot. Mint, yeah, the bad luck in racing still getting to her. And Limu, 3 absentees in the first 3 races. Rather crazy considering that she's supposed to be the defending champion. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and unmute Discord and say hello to my usual commentators. Adak and Chrono, hello.
Hello, and welcome along as we welcome 200 races into the IndyCar history.
Yeah. 196, 197, 198. Actually, the next race coming up is actually race with number 199.
Yep.
Let's not party for now. Let's not party yet. We haven't reached that part yet, even though there's only like 1 race to go. But anyways, race 199 of the IndyCar series. After 16 seasons running, we are in the 17th one right now. We are coming into Rockingham Speedway in North Carolina. It's an interesting track here, not to be confused with the British Oval. This is in the United States in North Carolina, so we're racing at the Rock. So, with that being said, let's take a look into the track previews if there is. So, it is a pretty high bank oval, actually. A high bank oval for a pretty mid-size oval is actually, if you talk about the length, it's actually only at a half mile. Sorry, actually, no, it's actually a mile. It's a mile. Sorry.
0.94.
It's a
0.94.
Yeah, 0.94. So you got essentially turns 1 and 2 at 22 degrees, turns 3 and 4 25 degrees. The straights are at 8 degrees. So essentially, you're going to be talking about a lot of hot speed being carried in these ovals. It depends on the setup of the car. But I will tell
So
you
you're
this:
telling me this
if
whole thing's banked. Adapt.
I can tell here. The straights are at with the tracks literally at a minimum of 8 degrees. So I will expect some extremely tight pack racing in this oval. And I would be surprised if every single one of these drivers would end up finishing the race or not have their front wings gone and chopped off.
All right, so that's the preview of this interesting short oval track. Bit of a heads up. Doc said that he'll be around up until the end of the milestone Mid-Ohio race in race 200, and Chrono also told me that he may be in and out of commentary due to weather issues. It's storming where he is, so just a bit of a heads up. Anyway, 68 laps here at Rockingham Speedway, 70% damage multiplier. Let's just go ahead and get right to it.
We have hit the load button on race number 199. I'm gonna be interesting. It'll be, yeah, hang on. Give me a second.
Yes, I did change the loading bar color. I did remember to do so last night. And just say...
There's no loading bar for this one, at least.
Yeah, Lima is for once in at least qualifying. Now, let's see if she actually will qualify. Maybe. Okay, so she did qualify, but 5 drivers didn't. That's Hannah, Doki, and Numi. Oh dear, Numi didn't qualify. So that's 3 consecutive no-goes after winning the opening race at Road Atlanta. Lucy and Doobie also miss out. That leaves 30 cars in it, and at pole will be Yaso Toiki right here. Was designed, I believe, by Ayami Mama. And so she'll be at pole. And gonna have a look at the rest of the field if commentary is open. Chrono.
Right then, another mama right up in front with Ida Pochi. Then Tenjin Kotone and Saroe line right behind, 2 Chevys. Sku-chan and Fangu on 5th and 6th. Nene Amano and Kawasaki Sui on 7th and 8th. Laimu and Shiicho, welcome back. Comprising your top 10. Then for the rest of the grid, we have Hinabobina Yuru.
Oh my! I'm back. There was a quick family intervention, but yeah. So we've unfortunately lost 5 of the entrants, which Dag and Chrono have mentioned before. So Chrono, you may continue.
Right then. Socho Quezon, then Suo Patra, Fallen Shadow, Ayami, Watagashi Uno, Min Phantom, Rinpen, Rose Elias Delaria, Lena Laser, Camilla, Sameko Saba, Bao, Yuno Hanaki, Neuro-sama, Shai Lilik, Kurage Roa, and Amagai Ruka in that order.
Wait, that final row reminds me of something, but I can't tell what. It's yeah. Never mind. Never mind that. Let's move on to the race. Let's move on to the race. First of all, we're going to congratulate, of course. Wait. Yasu Toiki on pole position, and I see Ida Pochi on the front row as well. We'll see how they tackle their way into this high bank oval here in Rockingham. So we'll see how they go from here.
Alright, high downforce kits applied. Full winglets and speedway tires applied. Race 199 of VTuber IndyCar about to get underway shortly on this short oval.
Oh, this is gonna get messy. Remember what I said? High downforce kits just makes the car grip even more to the track. So I expect some pack racing for the entire 68 laps. Who knows how these cars will handle here in Rockingham? Only time will tell as the cars now make their way to the start-finish line.
Round 4 of the 17 series at Rockingham is green. Here we go.
Go, 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 go! And Lima's already making moves.
So we have the same camera angles going right to left, cars speeding along, camera angle changing every 1.5 seconds. And here are these two behind.
Remember that onboards exist. Remember that onboards exist.
Yeah.
So at least we can tell though on how close these tires go with the other cars here. And there we see on board that looks like. Hang on, just wanted to double check. Yes, Kawasaki Sui here. Now we're already starting lap 2. You can see here how the pack racing goes. You can see here cars already coming in down on the apron. This can only go so well.
Yeah, they have to be extra careful not to stub their front wing off. Or another's rear wing.
And here's Nana inexplicably in the top 10, when historically she had been not doing well on ovals, well, at least back in Corpo Car.
Well, raining arcs exist.
So far, so good for all 30 drivers, even though Nero and Roa are well behind the rest of the field.
All right,
So
we are coming in.
wing.
So we are coming.
Yeah,
So
there's
is
a
it
wing.
Ayami? Already a few front wings gone. I noticed.
Yeah. Already the first injury reported. Vehicular
Well, that's a bit
injury.
of a stretch. Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch. But anyways, Ida Poche now continues to hold off the rest
Another
of the pack.
front
But I
wing.
think there might be contact. More front wings coming off there in the middle of the pack. I fear that if there might be some, if there's like a spin coming around in front of the field, then we might see an open wheel big one.
Oh, no.
So you can
Oh,
see
no.
this is where the front wings may come off if they are very aggressive coming into these corners. And you can see here, they just leave little space between each other. How are they still able to keep those cars pointed in a straight line?
Look at that 3 wide here, couple 3 wides.
In this exact situation, the advice of a certain Spanish man comes to mind.
Interesting. More 3 wide between these drivers. Have a look at the onboard of Shicho.
Icho, yeah. So we can see here she just keeps going down the apron to just dodge the car, but some of the drivers actually are actually unironically going down the apron. You can see here they just keep understeering to the side of the car, and this may also cause front wing damage. So this is something that we also, again, as I mentioned, needs to be that's Bao possibly in the middle of the racing line here. No, she's not actually in the middle of the racing line, but she is dangerously close as we see more cars losing their front wings as they head to pit road.
Bao made it to pit lane fine, but apparently her front wing did not get restored.
Are you all hearing a door creaking?
Somewhat.
No?
Yeah, that's my door, which is being blown about by this
Almost a
heavy
4
wind.
wide. There must have been like a 4 wide, I think. Camera. Okay. Pochi currently leading the way. Scoochan just stuck in. We have lost a car. Samako Saba.
Ooh, the fish is not
And that's
fishing
a fish
right now.
out of water.
Yep, the fish isn't fishing. That's for the rear wing gone. So it looks to me that the car actually had a hit at the rear end as it was trying to slide. As more cars essentially have problems, that's fallen shadow. The entire front wing assembly is gone, including the nose cone.
Man, funny you highlight that, as I'm exactly working on the nose cone right now.
Yep, that is a thing we need to point out.
For Suisse's car in the Formula Hollow World Championship.
Yep. So anyways, Irapuchi currently controls the lead as there are some rear front wings essentially being put in. So we are now seeing a bit more separation between the packs, but expect some huge amount of cooperation as these drivers may go single file to try to pull away from the rest of the field. In these open wheel cars, they just need to be careful about banging wheels, because if it was in real life, that you may be seeing airplane crashes more often than not, as we see more drivers now coming in down the apron, down the inside. I see, I believe that is Kason trying to make a move down the inside for what looks to be 5th place. Ooh, nose onboards.
Yeah. Kind of a
Here's
nostalgia.
what it looks like on the inside.
Kind of nostalgic.
Yeah. As a top
Takes me
8
back to
just
those
peel away.
PS1 era games. I believe some current racing games do this too. Like
As in
bumper cam?
yeah, sometimes
I
some
believe.
some games have it, some games have it.
More 3 wide. Pamela, Nena Amano, and Kawasaki Sui. Nena Amano trying to make her way up to the second row of ongoing racing. Way on the inside. Kason blocking her from advancing further.
And that's Kason in the lead.
Yeah.
Oh yes, she's having that good morning vibes here. I know all of you are in those good morning vibes, especially if you are in the Americas. But anyways, Kawasaki Sui's about to spoil the party, and watch out for someone who's on the down the inside. I believe that is Nene Amano
That's a big
already
car.
trying
That's
to challenge the front
Nene.
runners here, making it 3 wides. They come to start finish.
And yeah, Ella needs to hurry the F up.
Oh man, 3 wide for the lead. This is crazy stuff we're witnessing.
Well, they are absolutely trying to gun for it. I mean, we are already coming into the first quarter of this race, and they're not essentially going to let off the gas right now if victory's on the line. And right now, I do notice that Sui is now currently in control of the lead. But if you know anything about oval racing, especially on the pack racing, you are going to expect that the leaders not having the draft that they also crave, allowing the people from the back to essentially feed off your slipstream so that they can be faster than you. So it's all about trying to manage the drivers behind you and making sure that they're also cooperating with you as well, at least until the finish.
Well, it's been confirmed that we also had a second DNF besides Saba. That's about some time ago.
Another fish out of water.
Yeah. Yeah, just basically just swam into the rocks. Swam into the rocks at the rock.
Yep, Hina Bobina. Yeah, Hina Bobina currently, I cannot, I think she is at one of the cars a lap down. Oh, never mind, she's in 3rd, and what a climb that has been for her to get into the podium places. But now she's going to feed off the scraps from both Sui and Amano, preferring to actually continue off from Amano as they're now coming to the lap car of Ella Stellaria. It's all about who's able to dice through the lap traffic the best.
We are 28 laps in, and plenty more to come. 40, soon 39 left. Looks like 70% damage is the way to go. That is the middle of the race. I'm curious to see how the latter stages of this race will be, if we're going to have some chaos along the way.
Ooh, right. So we are now coming into 38 laps to go. Ida Pochi now currently stuck behind the back of Denamano, but it looks to me that she's probably going to be thinking of a move down the inside. She does, I believe, have support from the back as they now continue to go 3 wide, and she understeers as she goes down to the apron. Going down the apron for a move is a possibility if you can carry enough speed into the corner to go back ahead. But if you're not going to be ahead, then you're just going to end
Look
up
at this.
understeering into another car.
Amagairuka.
Yeah, from the back of the field. She is now currently in contention at the front. It just shows you the amount of parity that we have in these oval racing, especially when it comes to pack racing like these.
What a move by the Weather Planet driver.
Yeah.
The rain part.
Showers falling all around. Not like Chrono, I hope. But anyway, Shisho now currently it's currently her turn to see if she can stay in the race lead right now. I probably want to check though on Nene Amano, who is currently down in 5th place as we have crossed the line. Just so much trading between each other. As we see here, this time Nene Amano drops down as she didn't have a very favorable line to take, so that's going to be that. But she does have support from Giga, the Slipstream, and Fangu. How much will they be able to cooperate with her, as they also want to try to finish ahead of the others as much as they can as well? Oh, front wing loss!
There.
That's a front wing loss. I saw a front wing loss, and I believe it is around the front of the pack. Might want to double check on that.
We'll see
who
was the one who
did
lost
you caught
a
who
win.
was what the color is?
I couldn't quite figure out.
I can probably think it's black. I think it's black and purple. I believe that's that.
Yeah, no, Calculina Lazar. I cannot tell. It's not either of these.
Black and purple. Can also be dark blue and purple. It's always fine.
Looks like everyone is out still.
Yeah, no scheduled pit stop from them so far, but we will have to check at the end of the race to see how it goes. As we now get to see Fangu currently in the lead, but Giga is absolutely going to give her some challenge. I noticed though that in the outside line has lots more potential because you have much more room to maneuver with. Sure, you have to drive a bit longer, but if you can carry more speed at the outside, then so be it.
They're trying to make a move up in front by half a car length, but still being challenged by Giga and Watagashi Uno. High line, of course, the way to go according to Adak, where the banking is much steeper, I guess. I don't even know if it's progressive banking.
I don't think this track has progressive banking though. I think it's 25 degrees and 22 degrees on each of these corners all around. But the outside line does give you the advantage of trying to carry more speed into it, so that might be advantage for them. So anyways, we are looking into these cars now. Sometimes some of them are now going triple file into the corners and into the apron as well. Might not be healthy long run, but hey, that just shows you the level of competition they have. And anyways, Ella Stellaria still down a lap. Yasatoiki is now in the lead and now has the inside line, trying to clear the rest of the pack. And I believe, Bao and Samiko Saba retired. So Lena Lazar also going to give her a bit of a challenge. The Indy 500 winner, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Giga, the 2023 Indy 500 winner, hoping to get another great oval win. Back again after over 2 years away from the competition.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, and here is another former IndyCar Series champion up in front, Cotone. Look at that, 2 previous Series champions, 1 and 2, Lena Lazar and Nene. Oh man, Nene. Man,
that's a lot of pastel up front.
Been contending for the lead in this race when she has historically dislike the concept of racing on ovals.
Well, sometimes you have to adapt, sometimes it clicks on you. So, anyways, we are seeing 4 wide action
Oh,
for second
man.
for the race lead here. Ella Stellaria is still hanging on to the lead of the pack, but of course she is not on the lead lap, but she is providing a decent amount of chaos for the rest of the field, especially up in front.
Man, the pack racing coming into play here with fewer than 20 laps left.
Damn, already?
Yeah. And still too close to call who will take the dub. No, just slightly ahead of Nene.
Time in an oval race is deceptive.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a more proper, I'm seeing. The TV ticker on the left, the times being shown are unofficial, but still provide a decent enough guideline on where they're all running.
So, anyways, Watagashi Uno will now lead this lap. But watch out for Ida Pochi at the outside. Kesa now making a move down the inside. I think, I'm sorry, now that's Suopatra. Now down out in the middle and now down the inside. Now she takes the race lead. Will she be able to find support at the bottom? I don't think so, because remember the outside line is the dominant lane. And right now I believe Ida Pochi, and that looks like Ida Pochi is going to get a push. Looks like it's going to go to Suopatra instead. But let's see how much support does Suopatra have. And now she's going to be under pressure.
Again, 3 wide for the lead.
As I said, races in ovals can be likened to Game of Thrones, where everybody uses somebody.
Slowly making our way down to 11 laps. Pochi up ahead. A nice shuffle of cars coming into play. Mint to the top 5. That is interesting to see. A very rough start to the month. Hopefully a high enough finish will give her a nice amount of points. But she's running low, and of course low is not that great. Someone in pit lane. That's Kamala.
Who's missing a complete side pod.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna be very inconvenient as far as Arrow is
our way off.
Our way also in pit lane. So Shy Lily up in front.
For now.
Followed by Shiicho and Laimu.
Ignoring Laimu at the moment, we'll talk about her later. Shiicho has been very consistent so far. Seen her pretty consistently up in front, so that's going to be a major plus here for those Shiicho fans. But again, Laimu appearing from out of nowhere. I believe she hasn't had a start so far, given that she's been absent for the first 3 races, and this is her first start in this IndyCar season, and now she's up and running to possibly take the lead away.
But being burdened by that low line.
Yeah, exactly. So the idea is that you need to stay in the high line and hope for support. Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Every day they're shuffling.
Now that is giving me memories.
Right. So we are now coming into 5 laps to go. Shy Lily still in control. Now it's a 3-race crapshoot, but I think Shy Lily and all the others have now gone into the pits. So this is where they will be heading. So who are the leaders? Oh my. Is that who I think it is?
It's very much
And right now
two familiar people.
And it looks but unfortunately she will go down as well. I know someone who is pretty disappointed to see this outcome. But anyways, we are coming into the start of 3 laps to go, and Yubari Ray is in the lead. Fangu is in second place with the late pit stop
Actually,
shuffle coming on.
Bangu up in front, having the advantage, getting out maybe. No, she's in pit.
Oh yeah, Fangu is in the pit. So there's a massive shuffle right now. So it will be a massive question mark as to who will be taking the lead with, let's say, 2 laps to go.
It's going to be Neuro-sama, it looks like. Unless she hasn't pitted, more front wings getting out and wobbling around. Going down to 2 laps. And who is second out? That is Patra.
So
And
right now we are
third.
So we will see Suapatra doing a good job going up into the podium places. Neuro-sama is a massive surprise as we come into the final lap.
White flag is waved. And Neuro-sama well ahead of the rest of the field. And it doesn't look like she will be caught. And it looks like pit stop shuffle will have decided yet another race. Neuro-sama is your winner here at Rockingham.
Race number 199 goes to Neuro-sama. Suapatra will bring home second, and Limo brings home a podium finish in her first race of the IndyCar for her IndyCar season. Man, that was a decent podium, and I did say that we will see parts flying off. I did say there will be pack racing. I basically am spot on with what my predictions yet again. But again, congratulations to Neuro-sama for this win here in Rockingham. Suapatra takes second place with third place Laimu, also running out the podium. Amagai Ruka from the back of the field in fourth place with Kawasaki Sui running out the top 5.
And that makes me happy for no particular reason.
Yeah. Nero finally gets her first IndyCar win. So let's go ahead and type down the names and then look at the points. Nero, Patra.
The results were AI generated.
All right. By the way, just wanted to run down the rest of the field. Fangu finishes 6th. Yubari Ray in 7th. We saw Sotoiki 8th. Men Phantom brings home a 9th place. Fortunately, the VGTC curse hasn't brought over onto her just yet. Watakashi Uno rounds at the top 10 with Ida Pochi in 11th, Yuna Hanaki 12th with Tenshin Kotone 13th, Shai Lily 14th, Kurage Roa in 15th, and Saraway in 16th place. Shicho, Lena Alazar, and Hina Bobina will be your first of the lap cars as they come into the pits at that time. Hina Bobina, Rin Penrose, and Fallen Shadow make up 19th, 25th, 21st. Geek at 22nd, Case on 23rd. I am in 24th. Alice Caldaria and Camila make up 25th and 26th. Skuchan is the last of the finishers with Nene Amano, Sameko Saba, and Bao, your DNFers.
And even through all of that, Nene couldn't shake off the curse of ovals, and that's 20th place with an accident.
It happens to you. But anyways, let's lock in the points as we are going to continue counting.
Yeah, where is it? This one. There's your winner here, and gotta make sure it looks right. Yeah, there's Nero with the win, and that looks correct to me. So let's add in an additional points for Yasu Toiki.
All right, so let's take a look into the oval standings and who have reigned supreme. Nirosama, with her win, she now catapults herself into the oval lead. Bao and Fangu make up second and third. Suopatra and Lena Lazar fourth and fifth. At the points will be 98, 71, 70, 70, and 58. Fangu and Suopatra are tied, but I believe Suopatra is in third with her second place finish.
Yeah.
So that will be her advantage. She will now go ahead of Fangu in the oval standings. And that's only on the ovals. Remember, they are good on the ovals, but they have not been good on the road courses. Speaking of road courses, Camila Skuchan, Yubari Ray, Dokibur, and Akuma Numi make up your top five with 106, 86, 72, and 70 points and 70 points. Akuma Numi will take the tiebreaker over Dokibird for fourth place. Yubayare will be third, Skuchan second. Camila has their championship lead. And as for the total lead in general, Camila has been the best driver so far. She's had very good runs on the two road courses that she's had so far, scoring 106. But her ovals at 11 also help her as well. Nirosama's oval form has put her into third place, but her absentee in Road Atlanta and her 19th place in Detroit will put her in third. Yubari Ray is surprisingly in second place right now. We'll talk about that later. The road course
I may
72.
I may need to do some adjusting. Lena Lazar 17th place for 9 points, and Hino Bobina 18th place for 8 points and 7 points for Shiacho. Yeah, why didn't I notice the last 3 times?
Earlier.
Yeah.
All right, but of course, this would mean that there have been some changes actually. Camila, Yubari Ray, and Nirosama is your top three with 117, 107, and 105 points. The tiebreaker now goes to 91 points. Watakashi Uno and Kawasaki Sui. And since Uno has the better result with a fourth place finish, Uno is ahead of Kawasaki Sui on tiebreakers.
Okay, what went on with Nene at the end? That's just what I want to see, because just ovals got her again. Just a ridiculous, weird finish when she was running pretty darn well.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
But anywho,
what happened late in the race? Yeah.
She got piled. So she tried to weave around the outside. Just thought of something. She didn't see Skuchan. So yeah, that's a human error, or rather computer error, if you want to use that term. But yeah, it's an unfortunate way to go out. So yeah, that is a massive, massive shame.
Massive oof.
Massive dose of ibuprofen. Anyway, we are going to take a break. When we come back, it's going to be a milestone race. IndyCar's 200th race taking place at Mid-Ohio. So I'm going to start the stream, and then we will be heading over to Lexington, Ohio for the big race. 200. All right. See you all in a few minutes.
See you then. See you there, and take care.
Okay then, back in business. So this is it. This is going to be really fun. Excuse me. Sorry. 200 IndyCar race. We are going to Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. And this is going to be really, really fun. We're going to be racing 19 laps here. And okay, what's the what's this track like? Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course.
All right.
2.258 miles, 13 turns. Yes.
All right. Just wanted to count. 197, 198, 199, 200. And where are we right now? Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Pretty interesting circuit. It's got tons of history. Opened in 1962. The clockwise 16-turn road course it's a pretty quick track, all things considered. If you look at the S's between turn 6 to 8, it's a pretty interesting flowing mid-speed corner. And then you got Thunder Valley at turn 10 and 11, where you also carry a substantial amount of speed. There's also an overtaking opportunity into turn 2, the keyhole, and then exiting the keyhole into the turn 4 into China Beach. So, the corner that houses China Beach. So there will be some interesting battles all around as we now come into race number 200. So, anyways, we are now coming into the keyhole as we mentioned before. Turn 1 is a basic corner in Prospect. So, but you exit the keyhole, there's a pretty decently length back straight for you to get into turn 4. Watch out for China Beach. You don't want to overrun yourself over there. Downshift into the third gear in for turn 4, and then into turn 5, hanging around in second gear. Oh, watch out for the curbs there. They may be slippery into turn 5. And then into turn 6, 7, and 8. Tons of speed being carried around in the S's, and then into turn 9. And again, a great run into turn 10. Might set you up for an impromptu overtaking move. And then flat out turn 10. Slight lift off into turn 11. And then you might want to carry a decent amount of speed into turn 12. This is where a high downforce setup might be crucial. And then flat out into turn 13. And that should be a lap here in Mid-Ohio.
All right.
Ohio gozaimasu, indeed.
Well, technically, we are coming into 1 a.m. in Japan. I wonder if that counts. But anyways, we should be able to have a cracking race here in Mid-Ohio. We've counted to 200. It has been long coming since 4 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that 3 years ago?
It's only the very second series after Formula Hollow. First, it was the very first Formula Hollow series in March, April of 2021, and then the second series after that on the VTRP channel was, of course, the very first IndyCar series, May 2021. So, yeah, second oldest VTRP series.
All right, with that out of the way, history out of the way, let's hit the love button. We can't wait to see who will be on pole for race number 200.
Welcome to history, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. The title says 200. Indy 200.
Oh man, what are
What
the
a
odds
coincidence!
Yeah. I swear I did not plan this. I just noticed that now. Oh man. Fawn, who didn't qualify?
All right. So Nina Amando does not qualify. Ren Penrose, Amagai Ruka, who performed well last race. Lena Lazar, and of course, who's in 31st? Of course it is. Of course it does. The ghost can't catch a break these days.
Mint can't catch a break.
Alright, so that's a few names that we'll just miss out on qualifying. Lena Ruka, Rin, and
miss out on the
Nana.
race, actually. Miss out on the race
Missed out on
after
the race.
not setting a fast enough time. So, yeah. So, with that out of the way, we still have much of the field to go for. Yuno Hanaki will take the plaudits for this race as the 200th pole sitter in an IndyCar race. Congratulations to her. But also, let's also take a look at this Suopatra, who will qualify second in her car. So we'll see how Suopatra handles this race alongside Yuno Hanaki. Speaking of which, Shicho will start third alongside Giga in fourth. Kurageroa will start fifth alongside Saraway in sixth on row 3. Yubari Ray, who is currently runner-up in the standings, will start seventh with Bao in 8th place. Shigure Ui in 9th with Ollie Monroe running out of top 10. And Chrono, if you can continue with 11th and 20th.
And making up the rest of our grid, Yaso Toiki, Kason, Hina Bobina, Elias Stellaria, Nimi Nightmare, Doobie, Captain Hannah, Lucy Pyre, Yuro-sama, Sku-chan, Kawasaki Sui, Sameko Saba, and then Ayami. Then for the tail end of our grid, Camilla, Fangu, Akuma Niumune, Fallen Shadow, Shy Lily, Amiya Aranya, and Tenjin Kotone.
All right, that's all 30 drivers qualified for this 200th race with Yuno at pole, the Indy Lights champion, getting the honor of being the 200th pole sitter. So let's go ahead and get right into the action. 19 laps here at Mid-Ohio. This is going to be really fun. Who will be the 200th IndyCar race winner? Let's find out right now. We're going to speed our way. Start off here and have a look at the safety car lead and everyone around. The Firestone Fast 6, Yuno Hanaki, Suopatra, Shicho, General Giga, Kurageroa, and Saraway, along with 24 other cars about to have fun for 19 laps. It's the milestone 200th IndyCar race. Welcome to a moment in history. We are green in Mid-Ohio. And that is a good start by Yuno, followed by Patra.
Oh my, I forgot that I am muted. Anyways, I just wanted to see here, Yuno Hanaki currently now leading this pack here. Suopatra tried to stick it around the inside, but she didn't have the grip. But you see here, Yuno Hanaki now leads the field over Suopatra as we see some double wide, maybe 3 wide action further back.
Looks like everyone seems to have stabilized, though, as we see several front wings popping off.
Yeah, this is what I mentioned. There's just so much bunching up here in the middle of the behind the pack.
IME and at least one more. Oh, Nero. That may be the curse.
I think I told Sku-chan lost her front wing too.
Yes,
while we're at it.
She did.
Right. But again, Yuno Hanaki continues to rule the race so far as the race is concerned. We are only at the first lap. Suopatra is now going to be under pressure for second place now. And as Shicho now up into the runner-up spot.
Yuno Hanaki, Shicho, Patra, your top 3 after 1. And Hannah, Oli, Sku-chan, and Ayami to stop at pit lane.
Yep. They have suffered problems with the car, and by that I mean parts falling off after contact. So anyways, Yuno Hanaki is still under control. Suopatra in third, Saraway in fourth, Bao fifth, Yubari Ray in 6th place. Ray's in a very decent position though to take the championship lead as it stands with her current position.
So some early bloopers by some of the drivers with missing front wings, but I think everyone is still out for the time being. It is early on here. Yeah, again, the slight glitch with the cars on the last turn. Actually, the last few turns before the last turn. That's why it doesn't look right on the corner map, but the racing is still pretty much fine, as we're seeing a few more names having issues. Yuno Hanaki!
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, looks to me that she understeered into the wall. That's lost. That's probably front wing and suspension damage. That's the race leader we're talking about.
Was the race leader.
Yeah, that was the race leader.
It's
Yeah,
unfortunately
very
past them
unfortunate.
now.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate for her. Controlled the race from pole. Had that great decent pole position spot, but now means almost nothing. Now that she has to fix the damage now, and that's gonna cost her time.
There were
Time that may not be there anymore for her.
There were a few more names heading to pit lane while we saw that blooper by Yuno, who will have to go into pit lane, but not now, apparently, because she was blocked out of going into pit lane by Bao, apparently.
Remember that trackside footage exists. Trackside. Right. So Yuno Hanaki is gonna lose more position there to Bao, and Yubari Ray, who is gonna happily oblige to take the position away, as Yuno Hanaki will struggle very much in the corners, as this is indeed a roll course. She does run without her front wing. Yubari Ray hasn't been given a position yet, but she is gonna go down the inside, knowing she has the superior grip in the corners, and that is her upper position. That is her up into, I believe, 5th place, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And we're just getting out. There's Fangu, there's Numi, there's Nero, Skuchan, and Ayami. Missing a front pod as we see a missing wing. That looks greenish. That's most likely Nimi Nightmares.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, I can see that's a glimpse of green and brown, and that's not good. Several more cars having to pit. There is indeed, Yuno, and Nimi, and Doobie with massive damage.
Yeah, ouch. Again, onboards exist. Onboards and tracksides exist.
Yes.
Right, so we are now back into this race, back into this battle for what looks to me, Saraway currently 2nd place, but not for long. As she now has the lead over Suopatra, Shicho, and Bao. Now trying to also go at it again between each other. Suopatra now going back down the inside to take the lead away. There's no side by side into the S's, and now coming into turn 10. Oh man, this is the carousel. Sorry, they're not at the carousel, but they are coming into turn 9, and they're now coming to Thunder Valley, and you see how much there has been, how much tit for tat they have been, as we see here. Oh, Swapatra going down the inside into the carousel, sticking around the inside, but now switches around the outside. Swapatra has the position.
Yeah, Saraway was briefly directly in front of Patra, but they almost immediately leapfrogged. Yeah, Patra almost immediately leapfrogged Saraway after that, and now she has the race lead. Patra.
Ooh, this is gonna be an interesting affair, to say the least, as we're now coming into the second quarter of this race. We see Yuno Hanaki down in the midfield right now. Ayami currently in their own battle as well, as we also see Shy Lily also making her way in. Suopatra doing a very good job though, controlling the lead after, of course, Yuno Hanaki had her problem, and that resulted in her having to lose time in the pits. But she does need to hold off against Saraway, and right now she's doing a good job maintaining a decent gap, 0.3 of a second between the two.
Man, someone is very disappointed about Nimi having issues. How deep is she? 27th. Doobie and Ami both 1 lap down. Ibuprofen time.
Yep, it does happen to you, unfortunately. But of course, we still have much of this race to go, and it'd be an actual remiss there if we actually discount the other entrance. So we're just gonna have to keep on progressing the race as it usually is.
What close battles might we consider? Like, for example, mid-pack, Sui and Fallen Shadow, and Samako Saba. Oh! Well, more damage,
I think that's
unfortunately.
Tamiko's wing off.
Yeah, it is.
That was a white and blue one. Yep, there it is.
Samiko Saba's struggles continue, sadly. Very, very unfortunate.
Rookie getting multiple trials by fire.
Ugh, that is very unfortunate for her.
We'll have to,
Absolutely.
We'll have to deal with another lap without a front wing before she has to pit.
Right. So we are now coming into 33% race distance. Swopatra still in control over Saraway. The gap's now, I believe, still at 3/10 of a second. So
Yeah.
now dropping down to 2/10. Meanwhile, I do want to point out that Shigeru is now climbed up to 5th. Kurage Oroa also up into 7th. So they're doing a very good job as well.
Now that's more like it by the IndyCar road course racing diva. Top 5
Absolutely.
for her.
Absolutely showing her road course skills as she now has to take a look into Yubari Ray right now, who is currently up in front of her right now. Let's see how it looks from the nose. And now inside the cockpit itself, we'll see how she handles the car. And remember, no power steering in these Dallara machines, so each of these ladies are gonna have to really handle the raw power of the car. I hope their hands survive.
Someone
And
in
next.
pit lane, I believe. Yeah, it is indeed Saba. In pit lane, anyone else? No, just her.
Speaking of which, Swopatra still maintaining her spot in the race lead, but now Shicho is going to join in on the equation for this race lead battle. And speaking of which, Yubari Ray is also getting very close.
Nami and Saba were both on the Mid-Ohio promo, and yet they stuff happening to both. Oh dear, that is awkward. Oh dear. Ibuprofen. Saraway not giving up without a fight. We're through 9 laps here. Race will be official after this next one. And what a distance ahead by Patra of the former honey strap in Nanashi Inku. Enjoying her time in IndyCar. This is her first series back in IndyCar after not being in the roster last May.
Yeah. So anyway, Saraway also having to deal with Shicho, who now goes up into second, and now Saraway is being left to dry by Yubari Ray as well. Yubari Ray sticks it in the S's, but Saraway manages to place her car just ahead, and she stays ahead.
Everyone's still in it. Still just Doobie and Ami 1 lap down. This is now official.
All right. So we are just going to keep on the progress with this race for now. As we are just going to see here, Swopatra now having to deal with Shicho instead of Saraway, who have basically maintained a stranglehold in second place until Shicho manages to pass. And also Yubari Rado now piling on the pressure onto Saraway right now, as Shicho now goes down the inside. This is going to be a real challenge for Swopatra. She sticks it around the inside, but doesn't have the grip. Swopatra is going to stick around the inside into turn 7, and And now they're still going to be side by side. Suopatra now being left to drive by Shiicho and Saraway. This is what we saw with Saraway a lap earlier, and now Shiicho has the lead.
Great moves by the rookie, the IndyCar rookie. Previous racing experience in Purple Car translating pretty darn well to a more advanced version of the IndyCar. The Dallara DW 12 IR18. Yeah, a surprise driver so far, having had a podium in Road Atlanta. So we may consider road racing her niche, maybe, but it's still too early to call, considering this is only round 5 of the championship. Watch out for Patra. She's sneaking by Patra and Saraway.
Shiicho's turn to be hung out to dry, and you can see here Shiicho's going to be hanging on for dear life. She's already lost the lead, though, to Suopatra, but not for long. Shiicho with an amazing comeback around the outside. She has faith in her car to keep the car on the track, and now Shiicho's going to keep on maintaining pressure, and that absolutely pays off. That's a great defensive maneuver from her.
Oh, well done by the former production Kauai member. That's a master class in road course racing on the S's of Mid-Ohio.
But speaking of which, remember, Saraway falling down into 4th place. Yubaire has been a dark horse contender in this race right now. She now goes down the inside onto Suopatra.
Yubaire also a rookie to watch out for. Also had herself podium to her name in Detroit. As we see a front wing loss, that's Elias Delaria, I think. Yes, Elias Delaria is wounded. Heavy hitting battles here as Saraway regains the lead from Shi.
Damn, where did he come from?
Yeah, exactly. As right now we're just going to be seeing how it goes here. Saraway now back in the hunt here. Kurage though is now currently in 3rd place. Absolutely climbing up the field since the start. Give her some standing ovations.
Saraway has 6 wins to her name. A win here by the reigning Indy 500 winner will put her at 7 wins, having her alone in 2nd place in all-time race wins in VTuber IndyCar, just behind Nacho Neko's 8 wins.
Right, so I'm just going to point out a few more things there. Shiicho now trying to see some openings there against Saraway. This race has been cracking so far for a 200 race.
Yeah. I think I made the right call for having the 200 race here. This is one of the more fun road courses on the IndyCar calendar. That's why we keep coming back often.
Oh yeah, remember, Kurage is also going to be coming in for her potential first win of her IndyCar season in her IndyCar career, and right now she's absolutely gunning for it. We'll see if she's able to pass both Saraway and the current leader, Shiicho, in the most opportune moment.
Double cars in pit lane, it looks like, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, there is Giga. Just getting out the pit lane. I'm back in, but really deep in 27th. Back to the front as we will soon go into 4 laps.
Oh, watch out for Crockett Road. She's on the inside of what looks like Saraway, and she looks to be able to take second place. She's able to take the line, and she absolutely does it.
Shicho keeping ahead.
Boiling.
Remember what I said about Kuragayaroa, her potential gains in this race, and I believe Shicho separates Roa with that race win. How much is she going to give on to Shicho right now, as they are now coming into... It's going to be interesting here as they're now coming to turn 4 and turn 5. Kuragayaroa gets ever so closer to Shicho. Shicho is now feeling the heat, or feeling the pressure as you might call it, as Roa tries to force Shicho into mistake.
Close battle in these late stages of the 200th IndyCar race. Roa trying to find an opportunity to attack the former production quality driver.
Right
Keep your eyes peeled for anything that might happen.
Kuragayaroa is now coming into the keyhole right now, and might she think of a move? Not yet, because she knows that this will be the exit of keyhole will be the crucial point on where she might be able to make a run and go line up a pass. And right now Kuragayaroa has some time left, but she might want to do it now.
Here comes Roa.
Time is
now
of the
making a
essence.
move.
Around the outside she goes into turn
That
5 and
will
into
be
turn 6. She
implying-
keeps it down the inside into turn 6 into the X's. They're still side by side of Shicho and Roa. Roa's gonna keep it ahead right now, but Shicho again with her stellar defense, but will it be enough into turn 12, the carousel?
Shicho retains the lead again.
She is built like a rock here.
Fantastic
race
in
car.
defense.
She is making the car the widest she's able to be so far. She also wants this win more than Kuragayaroa wants it. So it's all about the desire at this point. How much are they going to go for it? Kuragayaroa, the debutant, the rookie, currently racing against Shicho.
Another rookie.
Who is also one of the rookies. So we will be seeing 2 rookies battling it out for the race win. Yubari Ray now is going to take the initiative, make that 3.
Where did Yubari Ray come from? At first it was like Kuragayaroa just behind Shicho. Now it's Yubari Ray who's tried to make a move on the Chevy driver. And you did mention Shicho being built like a rock, and yet the race at the rock took place just 1 round ago.
And right now Shicho still has a lead. Will Yubari Ray think of spoiling the party? Shicho still in control so far into the carousel as we now come on to the final lap. Yubari Ray is going to try to line up a move.
White flag for Shicho. Very, very close here. Look at the time and the gaps between the contenders. The driving on the S's will be critical.
And right now we will see, though, Shicho already has pulled up a decent gap to Yubari Ray, 0.7 of a second. I think unless Shicho makes a grave mistake, this will be a race win in her bag.
He's trying to keep far ahead of the others. Ro and Ray and Saraway trying to fight for the last podium spots. Also Patra and Yasutoiki.
Ray and Roa. Have we seen it before?
Might we have an opportunity for a podium sweep by 3 rookies as we come down to the finish? And what a race here! The 200th IndyCar race will go to Shicho. Chiacho wins at Mid-Ohio. She is an IndyCar race winner.
Great stuff there from Shicho right now. Her defensive driving has been the standout thing to note in her race, but also give credit to Craig Roa and Yobari Ray, podium finishers here in Mid-Ohio in IndyCar race number 200. They absolutely gave it their all, and they deserve all the plaudits.
Ray Fish second, actually out of nowhere. Yasso Toiki takes third.
Oh yeah, also, where's Roa? I noticed.
Oh no, what happened to Roa? What happened to Roa? She basically fell out, and it's gonna be 20 seconds. What went on with Roa late in the race? We'll have to look at that after that.
All right.
Adak, I know you have to go real soon. Thanks again for commentary. I'm so glad that you can be around for the milestone 200th race, and yeah, that was a really fun race.
Yes, cheers. Now I have to close it there. I'm being given report from my siblings, so yeah, thanks for having me here.
Yes.
We'll see you in the next race that's coming up.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye. All right. Holy cow, that just happened.
Back to you and me, my friend.
Chiacho wins an IndyCar race for the first time. Did she win in Corporal Car? I'll have to have a look at that. No, it doesn't look like she has won in Corporal Car, so this is her very first win in VTRP competition, and it's in the milestone 200th race. What a performance by she. Chicho Yubari Ray 1-2 rookie finish, and Yasso Toiki rounding out the podium. So let's update the medal counts before we get into the points. Okay, Chicho. That's her second podium, and that's her first win in IndyCar. And Yubari Ray, another podium, and that's her best finish yet, second. And Yasso Toiki is her fifth podium, second third place finish. So, Ray, and Yasso Toiki. Let's go ahead and have a round down of the field chrono.
The rest of your top 10: Saddleway, Fallen Shadow, Olivia Munro, Lucy Pyre, Tenjin Kotone, Captain Hannah, and Bao. And for the rest of your grid, Yuno Hanaki, Suo, Patra, Ayami. Roll the next page, please.
Yes, just a moment. Just need to type down the names here. 13th Ayami, and then 14th through 26.
Alright then. Sku-chan, Camilla, Mimi Nightmare, Fangu, Shy Lily, Kason, Elias Delaria, Shiguri Ui, Kurage Uroa, General Giga, Hinabobina, Akuma Nimune, Kawasaki Sui. Your final lead lap finisher, and then Amiya Aranya, Samiko Samba, and Yuro-sama and Dubi are one lap behind.
All right. Gonna lock in the points and open up the points file and make sure I'm not missing any names. And bonus point for Yuno Hanaki, and everything looks good. Everything looks good. So let's go ahead and have a look at the Road and Street classification first. Yubari Ray leading the way in Road and Street course races with 122 points. Kamala second, 118. Shiicho third with 111. Skuchan fourth with 100 on the dot. And Numi 71. And all her points were on Road and Street courses so far, Akuma Nimune. Overall, we have Yubari Ray. Yubari Ray leading the way. Yubari Ray leading the way. That rhymes. Oh dear, oh dear. Kamala second. Yes, Kamala second, 129. Shiicho third, 118. Yuno Hanaki fourth, 111. Yasutoiki fifth, 109. So that's race number 200 done and dusted. And quite interesting that a rookie driver ended up taking the dub here. Oh, man. So, I'm going to take another break, and hopefully OBS will comply for me. We are going to New Hampshire for race number 201. More short oval shenanigans. So, hopefully the break won't be long. I'll let you know if I run into issues. But in the meantime, we'll be taking a break for a few minutes, and then we will head on over to Mid-Ohio. I mean, New Hampshire. New Hampshire. Yeah, what am I talking about? New Hampshire. Soundboard, come on. Soundboard, come on. All right. All right, so in a few minutes. Now the buzz sounds. All right, so in a few minutes. 200 races now completed, and we will get to race 201 shortly. First, I want to see what went wrong with Roa toward the end. That's
If I had to guess, probably went wide and there was a lot of cars behind. Hence the tremendous drop.
Yeah, what went
Exactly
wrong with
the
Roa? Yeah, just gotta be towards the very end. It's a weird finish. This board ends. Yeah, she inexplicably went into pit lane. Did she lose a front wing? Yeah, looks like she lost a front wing. Where did she lose a front wing?
Mm-hmm.
Rewind. Yeah.
So, yep. Stopped it against Yubari race tire.
Well, there's your problem. So yeah, just disappointing finish to Roa's race when it was otherwise really great for her. Hopefully she'll come back to business as we head to New Hampshire. So we're going to be racing 62 laps. We're going to be racing 62 laps on this short oval. So So Rockingham Speedway is short of 1 mile and is high banked. New Hampshire Motor Speedway is a little over 1 mile in length and is very low banked. That's two different short ovals for today. 1.058 mile, 1.703 kilometer, banked between 2 to 7 degrees on the turns, banked 1 degree on the straights. And we're going to be racing 62 laps. So, just to make sure, 62. And let's have a look at the track preview here. All right, Chrono, what does it look like? If we can actually see what's going on here. Yoo-hoo!
Okay, I blacked out.
Track preview doesn't want to play. Okay, it's OBS being silly again. It just doesn't want to do anything. Wait a moment for it to load. Wait a moment for it to load.
Not much to say here.
Yeah, let's start here and see if it'll do anything, because I want to showcase at least a lap here while it continues to chug along, buffer, and load.
So not much banking here, but inside versus outside debates are still a thing. Unlike the other oval we've raced today, though, the straights are not banked in this one.
I wonder what it will be for the drivers here. Will it be high banked or low banked as this as the buffering continues to be a burden here? Let's start over so we can see an actual lap. So starting turns 1 and 2. There we go. Yep. Obviously low banking. Going to the backstretch and go a little over 180 miles per hour. And then onto the finish line and yeah. Alright, that's basically what this track is all about. 62 laps here. Let's just go ahead and load, because I don't want to miss the start of the Brazilian Grand Prix. Oddly enough, Max Verstappen is starting low on the grid.
Allegedly, something went wrong with the upgrades they were trying to bring in.
I'm sorry to point
Been
out Jimmy
seeing
Nightmare
memes on
did not
server.
qualify for this race. Yeah, so more ibuprofen. And Cotone, she gets cursed. So. Yep, the curse has its show. And then Kamala and ibuprofen again. Oh, God help us all.
Gonna raid that CVS.
Uh-huh, yeah. Well, Shondo will get pole in her interesting new livery right here. And so let's mark off her name at pole. An
all L word front row. Not saying the full word because YouTube no likey.
I will not advise further into what's that all about. Just please get through the grid, please, Chrono.
Right then, Kurageo Roa lining up alongside Shondo, and then Ayami and Yasutoiki on third and fourth. Keisan and Shiguri Ui on fifth and sixth. Saraway and Doobie on seventh and eighth. And Upper Hinata and Mid Phantom complete your top 10. And for the rest of our grid, that'll be Doki Bird on 11th, her friend, and Amagairuka 12th, Sameko Saba 13th, then Skuchan Bao, Elias Teleria, Kawasaki Sui, Yuno Hanaki, Suo Patra, Watagashi Uno, Nene Amano, Lena Lazar, Shy Lily, Olivia Monroe, Captain Hana, Pochi Ida, Ami Aranya, Doobie, Hina Bobina, and Laimu.
Well, okay, that's your field for this race, and I did set the number of laps correctly. It is 62. So, more short oval shenanigans coming your way for round number 6. This is race 201 in IndyCar and round 6 of the 17th series. Here we go. Safety car coming out, leading the 30 cars out onto the track. Let Kason cook. Let's see if what she'll be cooking up as the cars make their way around. So we have Shondo, Roa, Ayami, Yasutoki, Kason, and Ui, your Firestone Fast 6 for this 6th round. And the last race for almost 2 weeks. Let's see how it is here from New Hampshire. Here we go, green flag. Already a couple cars losing front wings. Oh, that's Yasutoiki and Roa. Roa ended the race in Mid-Ohio without her front wing. And we're seeing chaos immediately. Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Yasutoiki.
Over, and that's a light blue car.
Oh, and Roa upside down. Oh, no. This is going to be chaotic. This is going to be chaotic.
Oh, man.
Oh, no. Everyone's
Tragic,
gonna run
even.
into Yasutoiki. Oh, God, here comes the chaos. Everyone's going around, it seems.
And lots of front wings going off.
And Roa, can't she even go into pit lane? Yes, she can.
With a funny looking U-turn, and that Hanaki dead in the water.
So that's already 2 casualties. Several names going into pit lane.
Oh, what happened though?
Well, Yasutoiki and Kurage Roa both lost their front wings, and then Toiki got pushed, and all hell broke loose.
Looks like the front wings weren't the only things they lost, because apparently they lost marbles. They lost their marbles.
Yeah. So, Shondo in front by a few car lengths. And that's Ayami
was that
second.
Move for position, or Doki's lapped?
Yeah, Doki's lapped. Doki's being lapped.
Shame.
Yeah. So, so that's 2 drivers out of it. And only 9 cars on the lead lap. Lone Shadow up in front. Ayami fast approaching the former series champion. Ayami in her first series back to IndyCar after missing May. And here she is, taking the lead away from Fallen Shadow. Kason also returning to IndyCar after years away. Currently in P2 and challenging Ayami Mama. And up to the lead she goes. Blonde Shadow steals second from Miami Mama. So everything seems to have stabilized a bit after the chaos of the first couple laps, as Bao just now comes out of pit lane back onto the track. Kason up ahead. Blonde Shadow not too far behind. We're through 10 laps already, and those 10 laps seem like they have gone in a blink of an eye. Shondo and Saraway have both passed Kason. And the Indy 500 winner finds herself up in front at the moment.
And that's been Phantom in second now.
No, no, she's a lapped car.
Ah, damn it.
2 laps down and yet 13th. So that's interesting to see here.
Yeah, they gotta let Phantom go.
Rondo takes the lead away. Patra to second. Fresh off of her second place finish at Rockingham. Seems to prefer racing on ovals. Numi to third. Kason lost a bit of ground, but still remains in 6th. Here's Patra taking the lead away.
Man, I think I'm seeing things because one of the cars looked like the legendary TSO-20.
I can't say I'm familiar with that. What's the coloring of that?
Red and white.
Red and white. Probably preferred to Kason's car or Hina Bobina's car.
Yeah, that's more likely.
Hina?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Hina's car has a bent hint of yellow. Bent. Bogo's bented. Boat goes bented.
Yeah, I'm gonna make her boat soon.
And 28 boats still sailing along on what's now calmer waters after a stormy start to the New Hampshire race. Patra passing by. And, well, she's a lapped car. Saraway's a distant third. But quickly trying to catch up to Shondo. And is nearly side by side. And I am sorry to report that Kason has lost a front wing.
Alright, where did she stub her front wing at?
Here we go again. More chaos. Luckily, Kason is out of the way, but yeah, there's certainly a bunch of damage going on here. Hina Bobina is a goner. Come on, soundboard.
Yeah, front wing missing.
Yeah,
front right missing.
Soundboard, come on. Yeah, it doesn't want to play on. Yeah. Front wing missing, and I think that's out of the race for her as well, unless I'm mistaken, because she did get her wing restored, and Doobie and another driver are in pit lane. Gonna scroll. I think New Me and I am me. Oh boy. And that is, I'm sorry to report, DNF. No! So I'm gonna play that again.
Yep, time for some more ibuprofen.
Short oval shenanigans at their finest. Scoochon is third, Fallen Shadow fourth, and Elias Stellaria is fifth. What's the lead look like for Suapatra? 0.342. Sarway. Tried to make a move on Suapatra on turn one and does. Into the lead she goes again. Again, looking for her 7th IndyCar win. I'll give her sole possession of 2nd place in all-time IndyCar wins.
Man, in a league like this where there's a lot of racers, having multiple wins at all is an achievement. And 7 is taking it to the next level.
Yeah. She has been in IndyCar since the 3rd series, and this is the 17th series. Years of racing doing very well to her. And as I say that, Patra has stolen the lead back from Sarway.
People do be slinging for the lead, eh?
Yep. I don't think we've had a race winner in Honda as of yet. The first 5 winners this month have all been Chevys. Patra wants to be the first Honda driver this month to get a win.
Either her or Ayami.
On Shadow doesn't want that to happen. Actually, Ayami is 1 down, so looking unlikely it'll be her. Well, we're well over halfway through this race. Just trying to get along on this low banked oval, which races slightly slower than in Rockingham, and not just slightly lower, substantially lower in banking.
And also shaped like a pill. And guess what could be a pill?
Soundboard, come on. Soundboard, come on. Play. Just taking a while for the sounds to load. Yeah. That just ruined the joke that I was about to make. Now it plays. Bumping! Whoa! Careful there. There was a bump and run by Sarway, trying to get past the race leader in Patra, who was in pit lane. That's Uemama, who wishes she were on a road course instead of an oval. Yeah. Look at that damage there to her side pod.
Non-existent side pod at this rate.
Yeah. Bushon battling Fallen Shadow for 4th. Goes past Shondo. We're down to 25 laps here in Loudon. Hui is a distant 6th. So the heavy hitters are the top 5 at the moment. Patra leading the way. The ASMR specialist is trying to be comfy here in this race, but it's very hard to be comfy racing on a short oval with cars approaching you from behind. Exempli Glatia, Saraway. Yeah. Back to the lead she goes. Fallen Shadow has caught up to Patra. Patra sidestepping Elias Delaria, who's now finding herself in 3rd. Patra taking the lead back from Saraway. Side by side for the lead. .031 at the line with 20 to go. And Saraway up ahead, more leapfrogging here between these two. Red car with dark elements taking the lead over dark car with red elements. Squooch on to 2nd. Make that Squooch on to the lead. Using push to pass on those turns to get her up to where she is right now. Just recently, it debuted in a new model. Would be awesome for her to get the win with her new livery. Very nice cosmic-looking livery, befitting her personality.
Gotta say, that's very striking.
It is. Here's the top 3, top 4 at it against each other. Saraway and Patra passed by both Squooch-on and Fallen Shadow. So it's still pretty darn too close to call who may get the win here. More leapfrogging. Remember, Saba is a lapped car, so it may be an obstacle for Shondo and Squooch-on. Shondo has to go past Saba. She went to vie for a win. And up to the front, Saraway goes again. Bit of a touchy touch between Saba and Patra. Careful there. 50 laps done. And it's time for close racing again with this top 5 here. Looks like Shondo has regained the lead. Elias Delaria to 2nd. The Talent Freedom 100 winner finding her way up to P2 at the moment as we come down to 10 laps. Scuchan on the inside, speeding along. And this time, Scuchan is the one up in front. A massive shuffle of lead changes going on here in New Hampshire. After the chaos in the first few laps. Multiple lead changes. Oh man, Saraway making a move up to second. Down to 7 now. Everyone tried to fight for position. Sui and Doki Bird just wanting to catch up to the others, but they're still too far away. Sui just tried to floor it. Tried to go full send. Tried to catch up to the top 5. Coming down to 5 laps. Still too close to call who will win it. Or comes Aaliyah passing by Patra. But there's still 3 very crucial laps left to go here. Aaliyah Stellaria right behind Scuchan. Might she vie for the lead? She does! It's still far from over, though. Penultimate lap here. With the Talent Freedom 100 winner up ahead. Scuchan. Fast approaching Aaliyah Stellaria. White flag is gonna be waved. And a Scuchan up ahead on turn 1. Last chance for Aaliyah Stellaria and Sarway to make a move. But it's gonna be a big slowdown.
They're too far for that.
And that will do it. Scuchan is the winner at New Hampshire.
Square-chan. Well, that's what it looks like to me, at least.
That's her second IndyCar win, both on ovals.
Saraway, I saw knocking into second.
Yes, she did finish second. Aaliyah Stellaria taking third here. That's your top 3, and what a performance by everyone. So the first weekend was all swept by Chevy drivers. No Honda driver has won as of yet. Yeah, at some points it looked like Patra would be the one to get the first Honda win of the month, but she'll ultimately finish 1 spot short of a podium. So we're gonna mark things down. That's a second IndyCar win for Scuchan right here. So Scuchan, and then Saraway. I'll give her 14 podiums. I think that's like 4th or some way, or I don't know. She's going to be up there in number of podiums. Aaliyah Stellaria, that's her 3rd podium. And I'll type down the names of the top 3. Scuchan, Sarway, and Aaliyah. And let's go ahead and consider the points for this race, the final standings for this round. Chrono?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and scan through the field for me, please.
Starting from?
Starting from the top.
Right then. Square-chan, your winner. And Saraway and Aaliyah joining her in the podium. Then comprising the rest of our top 10 would be Suopatra, Fallen Shadow, Ida Pochi, Kawasaki Sui, Doki Birdman, Phantom finishing together at 8 and 9th, and Doobie completing that top 10.
8, 9, and 10 altogether. Wow.
For the rest of our grid, with that, we have Numi, Hinata, Ayami, Olivia, Lena, Laimu, Shy Lily, Captain Anna, Uno, Amiya Aranya, Nene Amano, Kurageu Roa, Sameko Saba, Shiguriui, Bao Amagairuka, Keison, Hinabobina, and Yuno Hanaki and Yasotoiki. And our casualties would be Ruka, Keison, Hina, Hanaki, Yuno, and Yato.
Actually, just 4 casualties. Keison, Hina, Yuno, and Yasotoiki. But Ruka did finish 3 down, so yeah. Tough race. Tough race right there.
Fs for everyone who didn't finish in the lead lap, and double Fs for those that fell in the race.
Only 5 drivers finished all 62 laps. All right. So we are gonna look in the points, and everything looks fine. And a bonus point for Fallen Shadow for pole. And let's have a look at the oval classification. So it's Suopatra leading the classification with 106, Noosama second, 98, Saraway 86, Kawasaki Sui 79, Bao and Skuchan both on 72, and it looks like it's a tie, a complete tie for 5th place in the classification between Bao and Skuchan. Yeah. And have a look at the top 5. We're gonna edit things out a bit. So how is it going for most everyone? Skuchan with 172 is your leader, 15 ahead of Yubari Ray with 157. Patra is third with 132. Saraway, 4th with Saraway and Kamala, actually. Yeah. Both at 129, so it's going to be Kamala by a tiebreaker. 129 points, 1 win. And then Saraway. Okay, so that makes more sense. All right, that is your top 5. So, okay. Okay, so what did we learn, Chrono? What did we learn?
That we need to raid the CVS right about now, especially if you're a Kason fan.
Yeah. Tough, crazy races, but also some really fun racing too, especially at Mid-Ohio. My factor loves pulling Nimi and Kason, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We're big fans of those two. Anyway, that's gonna do it for us for the weekend, as we're about to watch the Brazilian Grand Prix. As we get into the schedule, I'm going to be off all next weekend, so VTRP will be back on the 21st, Friday night to the 21st, with rounds 7 through 9. Races 202, 203, and 204 at Donnybrook Speedway in Brainerd, Minnesota. Oval racing at Chicagoland, and road course racing in Sonoma, California. That's coming up on the 21st. That's a little under 2 weeks from now. So that's the first weekend of action here in IndyCar's 17th series. Thank you so much for watching, and Colonel, again, thanks for your commentary.
Always a pleasure.
And can't wait to see more of what you have for the Formula Hollow liveries. Anyway, everyone, thanks for watching, and have a great couple weeks ahead. See you again on the 21st for more IndyCar action. Take care, everyone. Otadag.
Inotsu Kurono.